I can't believe Bailey did such a bonehead move.
Second chances don't come easy. Takes a lot of work, sometimes a lot of help, too.
He is not here. You're right. Someone here must know more. We should inquire about him.
Howdy.
If you're here about the blood stain, I'll get to it when I get to it. More and more as time goes on. Plenty of folks look. City's been slow to keep up with all the new people. Took them forever to put up the outer walls, and at this rate... Fine, but don't take forever. I've got other things to deal with. You ain't here looking for Erin. She is.
Hello, Aggie. I
ain't likely to forget. Don't try to play tough with me. She didn't ruin Aaron's life enough the first time, huh?
Ruined his life?
Did she tell you what she did to him? How she left him bleeding on some god... Now, after all this time, Aaron sat in that corner. The few credits... Wouldn't trust anyone that walked through the door. If either of you cared, you would... Aaron ain't been in here for almost a year now. Showed up one day saying he'd gone and got himself set up. It was the closest I'd...
Did he ever mention me?
You mean, did he blame you? That's what you want to know. I know guilt when I see it.
Fine. Did he blame me?
No. Believed you were one...
My kind?
I know what you are. You take your holier than...
You dare insult me like this, when I have come to you asking for... You're right. We should focus on finding him.
Well, this has been... You see Aaron, you tell him I got a bottle of his favorite stashed away if he ever should.
We have something to go on, at least. I am grateful that you showed some compassion. Well, it was... I'm eager to reach Hyla too. Goodbye. For now. We should be on our guard here. If we could detect the camp from orbit, it means others could too. And I have no idea what fortifications he may have. When we arrive, would you let me speak to him first? I think that is important right now. Thank you.
Landing struts primed, retros firing.
Did you hear something? Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets. I thought I saw something. I need to be sure. I don't know what to say. I thought there would be a chance to speak to him. To make amends. Or at least to hear him curse me for leaving him. I was prepared to accept that. I did not think I would find him like this. At least these vermin didn't get him. He's been gone for... Well, clearly it's been some time. Look around. There will be correspondence from Jada Wong, I am sure of it. This cannot all be for nothing. Hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered. You found something. Please, let me see it. I should have guessed. Jada was always the one to run towards trouble. Of course she would still be doing it now. In her own way. For anyone else, I would say the chances of survival are slim. But for Jada... She is alive and on a mission. I would bet my life on it. Jada was younger than some of the other smugglers we contracted. There was concern she would be unreliable. As time went on, we called on her more and more often, eventually relying on her almost exclusively. She was sharp, a skilled pilot and very, very determined. Always talking about her big plans for retirement. How she would live like a queen. I am not surprised that she would desire revenge. But to go this far, we need to find her. But before we go, I've discovered something else. and I do not know what to make of it. Aaron was composing a reply to Jada, but never sent it. It reads as if he was expecting the Zealots to find him. That they knew where to look for him. And yet, we found them here searching. What bothers me, though, is that he mentions a name he should not know. Tomisar Kadi. Yes, I do. For all of my assignments in the settled systems, Tomisar has been my link to House Barun. From him, he does not work with anyone outside House Barun, and I am the only one who knows how, and Aaron should never have. Perhaps he could. We must first make let us head for the...
We're locked in.
Either she is here, or someone will know where we can find her.
Haven't seen you around here before. Welcome to the den. Reina Marquez. I head up the Vanguard station here. Good to see another Vanguard pilot. You assigned here? Right. Okay. Good. Was afraid I'd gotten another transfer without any warning. Nothing against you personally, of course. I'd just like to know who I'm responsible for before they show up on my doorstep. You need anything? Say the word. We're short. Huang? Really? There are at least 3 other pilots based out of here I'd expect to receive complaints about first. Before we get started, I have to inform you there's a formal review process for the Vanguard, so don't expect any action for a while, okay? Now, what is the nature of your complaint? Okay, as long as there's no problem. Jada isn't here. Hasn't been here in a while. In fact, she's following up on some sensitive information. I'm not sure I should disclose any more than that. It's not something I can just... not my problem. Yeah, I hope so. I'm trying to be reasonable. I've got nothing better to do. The safety of my pilots has to come before anything else. I can't help you. Fly safe.
Just one quiet day. Not too much to ask for.
None of us would be here now weren't for Ve Victus. We'd all do well to remember that. Hey there. Ain't seen you before. What brings you to the den? Ah, man with a purpose. Don't worry, I won't ask questions. I know well as anyone that... Well, you're welcome here. You got a problem with our history or our heroes? That's all. Vanguard pilot. A pretty good one from what I hear. Got a real attitude, though. You could always ask the other Vanguard pilots. Or, since you're already here, I do happen to offer services in exchange for payment. One of those. Then I will tell you. And our little transaction here is... Long live the UC!
Unidentified ship. You are not authorized to be here. State your business. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here? You're what? You have got to be kidding me. Shit. I've got multiple ships inbound.
You shall be judged.
Direct hit to their grav drive. Their grav drive should remove. They're not escaping.
After the fact, you'll have to forgive me if I find out. Look, my friend, you didn't take the opportunity to blow me up. So either that's... You want to explain yourself? But I'm gonna be armed, and it's gonna be aimed at her head. Just so we're all clear.
can you possibly show your face?
I am glad to see that you are safe, Jada. I am sorry if this is difficult for you.
Difficult? You set us up, killed my friends, and then a decade later you show up.
Set you up? I was not behind that.
Don't bullshit me. And who the hell are you? Her backup dancer?
I was too a ways back. You can see how that's worked out for... What are you doing here with her? You don't look like Varun to me. Yeah. Differences, though? I haven't been working with them. She has.
I would never!
You know, for a while I told myself it was a coincidence that you disappeared once the shooting started. That you were long gone when the dust settled. Told myself, no, it couldn't possibly be her. Not after all those years we spent working together. We're friends. So I went after the Zealots. And then I found out the truth. Your damned High Council. They knew. Told the Zealots where to find us.
That's not true. That cannot be true.
Oh, it is.
How? How do you know this? If you have proof, I need to see it right now.
You don't get to demand anything of me, Andreja. I know what I've seen!
I don't have... It doesn't work like that. I've put things together over the years. Slates, communications, interrogations.
A name, Jada. Give me a name. You must have heard one by now.
Tomasar! Tomasar Kadik! That's the bastard from the High Council who's been helping the Zealots!
And did you hear this from Aaron?
Aaron? What? No! I haven't talked to him in a year. What do you know about it?
Jada, I swear on the Serpent himself, I would never betray you. I need time to make this right. Can we go somewhere and talk?
I am not giving up on this! I've tracked them this far, and I'm going... You want your proof? Well, they...
My pleasure.
Just waltzing in here, like nothing ever happened. Unbelievable.
That's him! That's the bastard responsible for the ambush! If you're not lying to me, you better help me take him down. Otherwise, I'll just have to destroy you both! Get back to your ship!
It is...
I smile today in the knowledge that the Great Serpent has truly blessed my ship and my crew. Why else would he have delivered unto me the dregs of our purge years ago? The awful that escaped our righteous justice.
Pathetic High Council, who betrayed the charge laid upon them by the Great Serpent, gave you over to us to atone for their sins.
Always urged me that you escaped the fate you deserved.
That run drives down.
The serpent sets my mind at ease, and in his name, I will
won't even scratch the paint.
It cannot be possible that the High Council would betray... That is not an option. Even if we could reach them. Something about this does not... I know where we need to... I must explain. House Baroon values secrecy about... It is not just about rules. When we are assigned a mission, we are taken to a point outside of House Baroon's domain. We are never given the court. Only a select few are ever trusted. It has been deemed necessary for the... But there is something... I cannot travel to my home, but I can reach out. But... it means putting you in danger in a... Thank you. There is an old... I know that...
Pressure normalizing. Undocking complete. Jump. We're still in one piece.
Follow me. I will say again, there is danger for you here, likely for us both. I need you to trust me. These stations were built by the United Colonies during the Serpent's Crusade. They were abandoned when peace was brokered. They are an excellent place to hide in plain sight. Before we go any further, I cannot stress this enough. Do nothing to... Thank you. Please give me a moment. I am not the one who needs to explain himself, Tomisar.
I am surprised by your tone. What has gotten into you? This is very unlike you. Almost insubordinate.
I know what you have done. The messages you sent.
You are not making any sense. Of course I send you messages. That is how this works. That is how it has always worked.
Not to me. To the zealots. To the fanatics who murdered my friends, who tried to murder me.
You must be mistaken. Or perhaps confused. Nothing like that has ever happened.
Enough! I have the transcripts, Tomisar. You did this. You told them where to find us.
Now, let's just take a moment. No one wants to make accusations they might regret. You are from that Constellation group. I've heard all about you. You have turned her against me, filled her head with lies. This will not be allowed to stand. Insolence! You have corrupted her!
I said enough! This is between you and me.
This has gone far enough. Talk some sense into her at once. Neither of you would dare lift a finger against me. Against House Varun. But I am. If you let Andreja hurt me, I am her only link to the High Council. To House Varun. Without me, she can never return home. You must make her listen to reason.
He is responsible. He deserves to die.
Did you not hear me? You do this, you lose everything!
I heard you. I know what it costs me. But he deserves it. Does he not? I do not know. Maybe. Maybe if the High Council sees what he has done. Fine. Consider yourself fortunate. You get to live.
This is not over! The High Council will hear of your treason!
Perhaps they will hear of your actions as well, Tomisar. Think on that. Come. Let us leave this place. I wish to return to the lodge.
You will regret this!
We're free and clear for flight.
What can I do for you?
If you're ever in New Atlantis...
If there's anything I can do for you,
good word
yes, of course.
I... don't think my messages to SSNN are getting through.
This is United Colonies Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis. Please enjoy your visit to Gem.
I find comfort in the idea that the odds of something killing us here are at an all-time low.
Captain, you have returned. A cursory scan indicates that you are in
You are a welcome diversion. What do you need? Thank you for coming back here with me. I fear that after all that has happened, this room may now be the only place I have left to call home. It is reassuring, but still, I do not know how to live without some. The Great Serpent has always been a guiding force. Yes, that is true. Whatever else has happened or will happen, you have been by my side through all of this. The most turbulent time in my life. I have never been able to count on any single person the way. Well, that is... I'm sorry. I need a moment. I admit this is a surprise, but... We must be clear on one thing. If you are mine, then you are mine alone. No one else will come between us. If that is not a commitment you are willing to make, I understand, but I will not compromise. Then truly nothing can stop us. We will be a force to be reckoned with. You have brought a joy to my life that I could not have imagined, and could never have expected. With you at my side, love, I look forward to everything that comes next. I have been thinking about us as a couple? It is, and I am thankful for you every day. You and I, we come from such different... I cannot really know all that you have been through, and you... I am not suggesting... This does not work if I am not honest. As much as I love you, and I do, I would very much like to believe that, and yet, when the Great Serpent returns, I know I will... You are not like me. I have tried to not worry myself over it, but I cannot stop thinking about it. What future can we have if... You understand, this is... I have never expected you to share my beliefs. I do want to be with you, but how can I... I just hate to think of anything coming between us. But you are right. Thank you for talking me through this. It only serves to remind me how much you mean to me. How deeply I care about you. Really? You continue to surprise and amaze me. I am at a loss for words. There is no such thing as too much, love. My culture deals with this so differently than I have seen in the rest of the settled systems. I need some time to consider what would be an appropriate, but do not mistake that for hesitation. You are the best thing that has... I am glad to see you. I know that, Tom. Thank you, dearest. We will speak again soon, I hope.
spacesuit.
This is hopeless! I'm out!
If you have a news story for me, I'm very happy to pay your fee. What a sordid mess. We've got some other sources we've been interviewing, but I'd love to get your take on the record. So there was a mercenary company, the First, and they were involved in taking farmlands from Freestar Collective families. Extortion, death threats, murder, all of it. Is that right? I genuinely don't know how people like that can live with themselves. So all of that? Terrible. But Ron Hope, the Ron Hope, was involved with it at the highest level. All of that suffering was a plot to save Hope Tech from going under using the side effects of a fertilizer he developed. Let me be blunt. The other sources say you killed Ron. I can't imagine him. After all of that, the future of Hope Tech is an open question. Their stock has already taken a beating. Not sure if it's going to go into freefall. Any comment? For what it's worth. Thanks. If you listen to the news, you'll... And, maybe try not...
Let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out. Happy? Oh, I'm thrilled. Still, this leaves me with... So Neva's message said, was that all she... So why are you targeting a Gallbank exec anyway? Not exactly your average Crimson Fleet prey. Oh, I see. We're playing this game. Well, you might as well turn around and hop.
It would seem we have little choice in the matter. We should hear him.
Oh, no. No. Delgado isn't gonna drop a cred stick on the table and be done with it. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. It's as simple as that. Fine. You want to play it that way, and suit yourself. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Tehran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be able to resist showing off his VIP clout. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala, talk to his fellow philanthropists, and dig up some dirt.
Oh no. Is shooting everyone an option? Alternately shooting ourselves to avoid it?
Take it easy. I'm just getting you started here. I'm sure you'll come running back to me for help again. This card will allow you to access the Starfield ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the upper-level lounges. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dombrowski, so they'll be more than happy to share his dirty secrets. Now you're speaking. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their starliners with the latest acoustic threat detection. Meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship, security will be alerted and all hell will break loose. Anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. Good luck. What the hell? Not only did you lie to me. Neva must be out of her mind. I can't believe she, without me, the award. She told you to hold that. Fine. So tell me, what's the... Okay. Her name's Sheila Holbrook. I'd press her to... And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that any gunfire is... As long as you remember... What's the status? Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen, not fresh.
There's nothing quite like the view from the Starfield ball.
Ship's purser can assist you.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future Society events aboard the Starliner. That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it? The Society chair has Yes, Don't forget to donate to the cause.
Here for business or pleasure? The considerable amounts of cash? No. That award is... That's all then?
Pleased to make your acquaintance. His behavior... Well, that was boring.
Hello. Are you a member of the Society?
I heard he uses Galbank's VIP... Nice to have met you.
An open bar would have been nice.
Have you tried the
Triton's
canopies?
gouging us for every credit we've got.
Let's put it this way. He screwed over... Enjoy the rest of the event.
Quite a lovely
Hello.
starliner. Are you... Nothing but the best for the society.
He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. Quality time, if you catch my meaning. I'm certain his wife doesn't know a thing about it. Enjoy the rest of the event.
An open bar would have been nice. But Triton's gouging us for every credit we've got.
Please remember to obey all posted safety and mustering instructions.
Have you tried the canopies? Horrid. Positively horrid.
I'm sorry, but unless you're reporting a security...
This is not the very definition of decadence. I do not know what is.
Sorry. Look, I think you're... I really don't have time to have a His wife... I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works. What's it gonna take? You're willing to pay me to give you dirt on Larry? You know, this whole thing, Larry and I had the perfect scheme worth thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes...
I do not understand. Your anger is focused on Mr. Dombrowski, but clearly...
If you had to work near him day in and day out, I think you'd understand. He's a disgusting pig, plain and simple. Do you usually just stare at people like that? Oh, angry. Larry got together with... I doctored the train. It was going well. I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my... Good luck. I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall.
Designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey.
So what brings
Yes, I'm probably in a few days. Of course, if I... Yes, I am. Why do you ask? Forget it. I refuse to have a repeat of last year's fiasco. The winner's name is safely sealed away with the award itself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have...
For the safety of everyone aboard, please be certain you don't interfere with any of the crew or security members of our vessel.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. Here for business or pleasure?
In the event of a lockdown,
If the rest of this ship is any indication, I imagine there is an incredible amount of wealth stored in there right now.
Welcome to the purser's office. Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and in the unlikely event our vessel is boarded and the threat detection alarm is triggered. In the even more unlikely event this ship is destroyed, we can assure you that your loved ones will be able to recover your goods from the wreckage. So, as you can imagine, your property will be completely secure until you decide to retrieve them from our safe. An excellent question. My responsibilities include all of the Siren's financial, customs, and commercial goods transfers. Honestly, I really enjoy the work. I get to meet people at every port of call instead of being constantly stuck below decks. I've only seen it briefly myself, but unfortunately, the item, is there anything else I can... Well, if you change your mind, please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your stay more comfortable.
requests, please speak to one of the crew's attendants.
If you wish to have a drink at any of our lounges, be sure to present your cabin pass to have the cost deducted from your account.
That view is absolutely...
Must you continue these unwelcome... Not at all. I am completely confident. Excuse me? And why in goodness name? And why in goodness name? Maybe. I hear you. You're starting to make a lot of sense. Oh, just take the damn thing already. Listen, maybe you can keep this between us. If the award goes missing, there's no need for the insurance company to get involved.
Don't forget to keep your Starfield pass handy. Cruise run several times, and I can assure you that the route is quite safe.
Quite a lovely Starliner. Nothing but the best for the society.
Quite an event they're throwing today, don't you think? Hello. You here for the charity event? Oh, absolutely. I'm a firm believer, but something tells me. Well, I work for you. I'm afraid I... Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk. Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong.
We both know exactly who you are.
Just in case you weren't aware, anything you try to report will boil down to your word against mine. And since I work for UC Security, who do you think people...
Yes? You need something?
The society chair is really outdone herself.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up. Which is why he's threatening. We need hard evidence of their scheme. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you about it. Maybe, but if something goes with all of the... Smart. If there's an emergency, I think the best chance we have. Manipulate if you control.
Your lack of commitment does not exactly fill me with confidence. Are you sure this is a good idea?
Don't worry, it'll be as easy. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I prefer you. Anyway, I better go do something useful, okay?
This is well maintained,
hold up.
to be sure.
Wait
but
a
obviously
second.
the
Look,
credits
Captain.
have all been
Sorry.
spent on the areas the guests actually see.
Yeah, a little. Don't get me wrong. Oh, Oh. Tell you what. I'm just going to step out. Maybe you can hold it. Whatever you do, don't break anything. Or I'll... Be out to the job.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further...
Much nicer in here now. Plenty of...
This ship is in a state of emergency.
A sharp contrast from the crew quarters, is it not?
I was wondering if you were the cause of the ship-wide... It's time you stop playing games. You're working for Ikande's little anti-pirating outfit? So what? And even if I suddenly decided to stay loyal to the old UC, why... I don't know where you got that information from, but it lines up with all the troubles I've been having. That means my money's already gone. I'd love to see the bastard fry. Dombrowski had the authorization. I let Claudia talk. At least I walk away with something. Here, with this slate, just remember that...
All passengers,
You better tell Dombrowski
may I
to
have
run.
your attention,
Because if you don't
please?
kill him,
The
I
captain
will.
has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
I suppose that is ours now. Eh?
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Well, well. I'm uncertain what you hope to accomplish here. Au contraire. First, it's clear that you've obtained insider knowledge. And second, since we're speaking and I'm not at the reporting end of a bullet, this leads me to conclude I see. Well, that certainly places a damper on our negotiations. In blunt terms, I assume that's what you've been...
Will there be much more of this? My head is starting to hurt.
Oh, it was actually a rather easy deduction. It's the only thing of significance. It appears we've reached an accord. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me simplify. Oh, of course, I trust you'll understand if I ask for us to avoid... Now, if you'll excuse me...
Hello, excellent to see you.
The Siren of the Stars is now in emergency...
All passengers, may I have your
Well,
attention,
looks like everything
please?
was... I wish you hadn't blown away the gambling debt that Sandino. But hey, you got the job done.
Report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further
I'm
instructions.
glad you feel that. Just remember to tell Delgado how much I... You know, I'm still... So he told you to keep it from. I wouldn't want you to risk your position with the... Anyway, I suppose I owe you one. Yeah, perhaps I can... Well, I suppose...
All passengers are being asked to return to their cabins at this time. Our security team would appreciate if you please shelter your cabins.
We have resorted to theft now, I see.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Clamps released.
Hello. Welcome. Just one moment while I verify. Oh, yes. No. Hey, look. Please don't. Don't. Me? No. Look, this is my first day on the job. Just cut me some slack, okay? I can't afford to lose it. I got a wife and kids to feed. Everything checks out. Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives. There we go. Have a wonderful day.
Meet your death.
Best not to leave anything useful behind. Ah, a face I have never been. Until our next talk. Many places I would rather be right now.
You want to kick back? Avoid the last Nova. Bugs in a funk that'd kill it.
Next time you see Bog, tell him.
Your buddy Rokov is aboard the Key. Told me everything that happened.
Yeah, he won't shut up about you. Keeps going on. Yeah?
All right, neighbor. Well, since you're vouching... All right. Speaking of which, let me see that. Ah, so the Galbank transport went down over Bedrock. Neva?
Yeah, keep your panties on. I'm looking... And... I got it. Damn it. Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant. We can't even get a ship near the thing without...
Approaching that in... well, in...
I just said the place is EM-class. But hey...
Both of you shut up and think for a second. I'm sure Creeks hit the same roadblock.
This sounds like a goddamn waste of time to me.
No, these are... The data says the transport went down over Bannock 4, carrying current. There were ships fighting across the entire galaxy back then. It's not that hard. That's the spirit. Neva, the Galbank data says the transport had a CBR.
That transponder is military grade. We're talking ultra-bit encryption. But before we grab that little beauty...
All right, here is the... Rook, I want you and Neva to put your heads together and get us that comm spike. I don't care if it's mount. In the meantime...
Give me a little time to crunch the number. Best we can.
All right, that is enough. Now, both of you, get that.
All right.
And just what is on your mind at this moment?
Those crabs ain't gonna steal themselves.
Every captain here's earned their stripes, bleeding for the fleet.
Ship services? You need it, I've got it.
All right, let's get... Well, well. Good luck. Of course. Anyway. All right, fleet. We'll have the whole settled systems on the run. And someday...
Lieutenant Toft is as organized as they come. You can be sure she'll keep our T's crossed.
You're back. So I heard there was a bit of excitement on the... Yes, and I...
Except for the eclectic hit squad that you took down at the archives.
Speaking of which, I assume you copied the information from the... Let me see what you got. So the Legacy went down at Bannock 4.
Bannock 4 is an EM... It sounds like you admire that lunatic. I think his gospel's gone straight to your head. Maybe we made a mistake choosing you for this assignment.
That's enough, Lieutenant. Even if Delgado has an immediate solution to the EM problem, there's still the matter of tracing the Legacy's transponder signal. They have information about the comm spike? Damn it.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that device, sir.
No, you shouldn't be familiar with it. It's a highly classified project. It's an advanced signal decryption and tracking device that the UC Navy's been working on for years. How the hell did the Crimson Fleet find out about that?
There must be an information leak somewhere, sir. I'll see what I can find out.
Fine. This is what we're going to do. You keep playing along and go after the comm spike. Lieutenant Toft and I will see what we can find. Perfect. Just stick with the plan and we'll see.
Airlock integrity looks good. Nice. Clean set there. Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
Nothing like the smell of a dead shark.
All right, Jazz. What do you got?
According to the latest, the comm spike is being developed at UC Star Station SY-920. Location undisclosed.
Fantastic. So how do we disclose it?
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jimson. Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements. All right, Rook. Your connection? If you don't piss her off.
Just remember to count.
She would be wise to do that.
I sure hope so. Once Juan gets you, according to the data we...
Basically?
You'd better. Oh, and one more thing. SY-920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops. And we both know those idiots don't mess around. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be sure you're hauling an arsenal, because you're gonna need it. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna arrange a meeting with Juan at Kay's place in the well. In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnetic atmosphere problem at Bannock 4.
Okay, you'll make sure. More like, get drunk while Jazz does all the hard work. Typical.
Privileges of rank, my darling. We'll discuss it a little later. And you, get the hell out of here. And don't come back without that comm spike in your cargo bay. Good luck.
The bright lights and reflections are almost enough to make you forget about those living down in the well.
Kay's place is like second home. Problem is, I don't know.